So yeah, for those that are unaware, here on twitch.tv/the cyberhype, on Mondays, for our Anime Super Sunday, we do a battle. Who won Anime Super Sunday? Demon Slayer or AOT? Because right now, let's face it, those are the two top animes on at the moment.
That's right.
So it's like, and they both drop on Sunday. So it's like, we gotta nitpick who's gonna take the title. The previous 2 weekends, personally, I felt that Demon Slayer had slightly edged out AOT.
Right.
However,
Oof.
This week is a whole other thing. It's a whole other thing. And man, we have a lot to talk about. So if you guys are catching this after the fact, be here on Mondays, 4 p.m. so you can be a part of the discussion, because we're going to ask y'all what y'all think. Y'all see it above my head over here. We want to talk to you guys about it as well, what you guys thought, who won. Me and Toshi didn't give you guys our opinion, but we also want to see you guys as well. And if you guys catch us again, post live, let me know in the comments. Let us know in the comments what you guys think, who won Anime Super Sunday. So guys, we're about to jump into this Demon Slayer episode. Was pretty saucy, bro.
Crazy.
I mean, we already know the animation is as high as you can go. Yeah, it's
top tier shit.
It's so high.
Top tier shit. And they had a lot of shit going on in this one episode. Like a lot. This had to be a stupid budget because everything was happening. Like all of the 3D, all of the effects. Yeah. So much shit was going on.
Yeah. I wonder too if the because one thing I have noticed, and maybe I'm not noticing the lighter versions, but the majority of the 3D environments happen at night.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if that just adds enough salt for seasoning in it versus, because we never really see 3D in the daytime in Demon Slayer.
Not a lot of shit happens in the daytime.
Right.
Because demons come out at night.
Right. So I wonder
if come out at night.
What? I wonder if that helps with some of the, the wonkiness that 3D has to offer sometimes.
Yeah.
I wonder if it hides a lot of that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, look, the highlight to me in that episode was Zenitsu. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Zenitsu's turn up, bro, to me was so fire. This motherfucker was like, it's just dope to see him asleep, but
he's asleep the whole time.
But his subconscious,
he's a whole motherfucker.
His subconscious is so dope, bro. I'm like, yo, like, so he's kind of like two different people, right? When he's awake, he sees stuff. He's scared. He's, he's a regular kid. But then his subconscious, though, like you see it sometimes when he's awake, his subconscious kicks in when he's like trying to protect Nezuko or he's trying to be like the hero for all, like the Captain Save-A-Ho character. He'll be like, no, I don't care.
That's even the craziest shit is that he can't even see right now.
Right.
So he's basing everything off of his hearing.
Right.
So he's technically a blind swordsman.
Right.
Right now. With like what? If he was able to tap into this, I mean, pretty sure later on, when he gets older, he'll probably be able to tap into it, not like himself finally.
Right.
So he'll be able to, but regardless, he's a weekend at Bernie's right now.
Well, the dope part about the reason why I like Zenitsu's character more and more is he's the reverse of what most people are. And I'll give you an example.
Okay.
So if you're a dancer, a fighter, or whatever, you're putting on this like, I got you, like I'm a smack, I'm dope, I'll put hands on you. But in your subconscious, you might have doubts. You might have, I don't know, like, can I really, you know what I'm saying? That round was crazy. Let me go. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? He's the reverse. He's scared on the outside, but inside he's sauced up. Like, yo, what's and you only see it when he's asleep. So when his I guess his living mind is asleep, the sauce comes out. Like, so
sauce comes out.
I just like that take. Like, his subconscious is so beastie.
I wonder if he thinks he's dreaming.
That could be dope.
Like if he's just in a dream and he's like, because he's probably just imagining, oh shit, I'm dreaming right now. Right. I'm doing all this saucy shit.
Right.
But in reality, you are doing that saucy shit.
That could be hilarious, bro.
Because I mean, that's we all have dreams, like literal dreams of crazy shit we've done. I've had a dream where I flew around as a Super Saiyan one time.
Bro. Oh, that's the best. It's the
So
best. It's the best. But yeah, so I love that about the episode. Come to find out that the upper six, the guy, is it Gyotaro or something like that? Gyotaro or something like that. His sickles have poison in it. So
yep,
my man, Lil Uzi, was like
sweating.
Bro, but you saw like the purple in his skin, like, so he's cut, but he was acting again.
Like you were saying, yeah,
he's
like
putting it out there, like I'm good, but his subconscious is like fuck.
It's like shit, yeah, exactly. Shit, I got to get this over with.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be fucked if I don't hurry up. Yeah, you're right though. Like you said, it's that reverse shit. Right. And that motherfucker's OP too. Like, nigga. He's pretty strong because he was fighting, full out fighting. And then he's also observing everything that's happening around him. He looked at Tanjiro and was like, yeah, he's not going to last that much longer. Yep. Like, in mid-fight. Like, oh, shit. And I'm like, how'd you even notice that, bro? Like,
but he even said, he was like, if I wasn't poisoned, this fight would be over, essentially. Like, I would have bodied him already, but this poison's really fucking me up.
They're fucking him up. I like you said, he had that, nah, bitch, I come from a shinobi clan. We resistant to that bitch.
Bruh.
Like.
But you know what's wild, though, too? He had 15 in the clan that got slaughtered.
Bro, he had all his family though. He said brothers.
Yeah, so 15 slaughtered. So, and then his younger brother, which we still haven't seen yet. So I haven't seen him yet, so I'm questioning like, but he's like, he took on my dad's traits and blah blah.
Yeah, so and his dad was like the strongest or some shit.
Right.
Like, so I was like, oh, if your brother is taking after your dad, who was teaching y'all everything, how saucy is your bros?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That I saw that little thing. I said, oh, I can't wait to meet bros.
Yeah, I know. So the other thing too, right, is we saw when he had his flashback, when he went to become a Hashira, we saw the leader wasn't blind at that time.
When he wasn't, he was able to see.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, okay.
That was cool too. I was like, oh shit. But I was like, damn, he been around then. But I don't know when he got injured though. We don't know when his eyes got injured. So, but regardless, he's been there. So he's got a good amount of experience. But that was another thing. The demons got mad experience. They was like, yeah, they bodied like 7.
Well, he bodied himself like 15, and she got like
15, 7, and I was like, damn, when they said the body count, I was like, yo, y'all got experience.
Yeah.
Like, y'all been bodying motherfuckers. So this battle right here for them was like, I mean, it's a 4v2. Right, it's a 4v2, but technically it's like they split and did a 2v1. But then also covering each other's backs at the same time.
Right.
That shit I was like, yo, these motherfuckers are experienced.
Bro,
these two are crazy.
I was just about to bring this up, but Turnip Coon put it in the chat. Another thing Uzi foreshadows is how sauce the Stone and Mist Hashiras are. This nigga said he's 10 years old. He was like, he's a Hashira. He's 10 years old.
You're right, because he said that he said some people level up in 2 months.
Right.
And they showed the picture of the two people.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, them two sauced up in 2 months? I was like, okay, so those two are a problem. He's like, some people hard work, but some people just saucy with it. Right. And when I saw the pictures, I was like, oh, so these two are those motherfuckers right here. Which, I'm so hyped to see them two.
Yeah, now. I know. I'm like, yikes. This is kind of wild. So I mean,
that shit was hard.
I agree. Cydia said the fight had ridiculous layers. Yeah, there was so much stuff going on, like Toshi was saying. Bro, like, there was so much going on in this episode.
So much, and the way they animated it, everything was clearly seen as well.
Right.
Because you gotta think she's got the fucking belts flying all over the place, and shit can get cluttered and crazy, but they had it perfect, like the timing of certain things, and then his blood blades flying around and shit. In between the fucking belts and shit. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
The transition one time when Tanjiro blocked the blood belt and he not the belt, but the blood joint, and he realized, I got to use the momentum. I'm not strong enough to block it, so I got to reflect it.
Right.
But that reflect made the blood joint pass Uzi. And as it passed, it transitioned into Uzi.
Bruh.
So it was like that transition was so cold. I was like, bro, people like little things like that. Those little type of details make everything just so much better.
Mm.
I'm just like, yo, this is cold. Like how they transition. He's over here blocking while he's back here fighting. He deflects it. The blood thing goes past him and goes right into the next scene. Like,
right.
And it's like Uzi. Bow. Now I'm over here fighting. Yeah, I'm like, bro, that shit was cold, bro.
One of the dope parts about that scene in particular was the fact of him saying, okay, like you said, he's like, I need to use the momentum. I can't block it. So he was like, I can use the water breathing, because it was almost like Tai Chi with him, with the water, which was fire. I was like, this is sick. So for him to say, okay, this, I can use the momentum with the water breathing to move it out of the way, to deflect it, I thought was awesome. So now
it's a level up for him.
It's a level up for him for sure.
And fighting ability, yeah. Right. Now he realized, okay, I don't have to fucking block everything. I could just
Right. Well, I think the other side of that too is because water breathing isn't natural for him.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He can use it as defense.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's cold. Imagine water breathing as defense, and you
sun
the
breathing
fucking sun breathing. Oh my god.
Come on, bro.
Bro, that shit's gonna be cold. You know, one funny thing I liked about this, that's just a small detail, is when the pull-up game, wifey pulled up.
Bruh.
And because at first I seen her walking through the alley, limping through the alley. Right. And I was like, where's this bitch? I was like, where's she going?
Right.
She pulled up on the scene. But when she pulled up on the roof and she looked over,
bruh,
you see the overhead view of the battle happening on the street.
Yeah.
And you don't hear no noise.
None.
Like there's no music or nothing. You just hear
right.
Like you can actually hear the feet move it and like what it would actually sound like.
Right.
If you would actually like, I was like, bro, this is cold. Like they're giving you this different perspective of this battle. And I was like, that shit is to me is like that. Like I said, that shit is cold, bro.
Yeah. I mean, she pulled up with a fucking kunai fucking launcher.
Bro, a crazy amount too. Yeah. Like it was a stupid amount. But I thought they were gonna explode. My original thought was, oh shit, he's gonna hit it out the way and they're gonna all explode. It's gonna fuck him up. But obviously that's not what happened.
Right.
They were laced with some shit.
Right.
That was laced against the demons for them not to be able to regenerate, which is some new shit that we learned as well. Like the bombs that they have burn the demons.
Right.
And now we see that they have something that can stop demons from regenerating. So they actually have certain tools or, potions and shit that I don't know where they got them from or how they made them, but that work in their offensive skills for the fights against the demons, which was interesting because I just thought, okay, they're using breathing techniques to kill the demons. But now it's like, oh, y'all got some other shit. Right. Like, okay. Like, oh,
there's some science going on around here, y'all.
Y'all
been dissecting these demons, and I thought that was really interesting. Like that was a dope scene. How it ended was perfect. I think, like just kind of like at the neck.
Cold.
I was like, I was. You know what the crazy thing is though? That episode felt super short.
Okay.
The pacing to me was so good. I was like,
I
was like, what? Good. I was like, no. I was actually upset that the episode was over.
Yeah. Same though. I was like, damn, right there?
Oh, bro.
I was like, oh, but it is a good spot because it's unexpected. So
real quick, we got Lunar Teddy, first time viewer, says it's the flowers from the start of the season 1. Oh. So you're saying those flowers are what they utilize to make the potions to stop the regenerating? Is that what you're talking about, Lunar? He said you get crazy ass fights and world building layered into the fight. What more can you want? That's from Sidious. It was it was an awesome episode, dude. Like
it was fire, bro.
It was an awesome episode.
It was fire. The sister always the one getting beheaded.
He even said that he said you always catching body. You always catching fake.
He's like, damn, always getting your ass kicked. Get your shit together.
Get it together.
Right, that shit is comedy. The banter between the siblings, even the banter between the demons and the heroes, like even Uzi talking shit to the demon and the demon talking shit back to him. Like, I'm like, y'all really?
Yeah.
Yo. Yeah, they had some good moments. And like you said, there was so many layers, everything, animation layers and story layers within this one episode.
Right.
This episode was fucking good.
I mean, the one thing that we did notice is that Daki, when she was on the rooftop with Zenitsu, because Zenitsu was like, look, like, I'm not letting you get away with this shit that you did to those girls. Like, this is payback.
Fuck that. That's right. Like, sure. Specifically.
Yeah. This is payback. And then she was I forgot what specifically she said, but then she started talking about again, she started referencing her past. Like, yo, like he's like, I'm getting revenge on what y'all did to us, like what humans did to us when we were. So we still don't know exactly what happened, and I hope we get that soon. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get it because they keep teasing it. But I'm like, what did these people do to you and your brother?
Bro, because we're getting that for sure.
Because we
might get it next episode.
She's not with the humans at all. Like, nope.
So the sad backstory usually happens right before they get bodied.
Right before they die. Yeah, we know exactly.
Right before they get bodied. Yeah. So we know that. So yeah, that's definitely. I'm gonna think it's one more episode for this fight.
Yeah.
I just think it's coming to that conclusion because Tanjiro's not gonna be able to last any longer.
Nope.
He's going for this death blow right now, which I don't think is gonna work.
Nope. He's not even doing a breathing technique. He just
He's just regular slicing. I was like, you strong enough to cut through this man's neck?
Nah.
Like, what? But
nah.
Yeah. Which would be a curveball if Bros popped up. I'm just thinking of like completely something I wouldn't expect. Yeah, he just pop up and be like, man, I knew he's gonna be in some trouble, bro. Hold on. All right, let's get your ass up. But yeah, I don't think Tanjiro's gonna execute that kill, but I do think next episode will be the last episode for the fight.
Right.
Because it's been going on for like 3 episodes.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, guys, he said, I think there are only like 3 or 4 episodes left. Okay, for the season. I was just about to ask that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe 2 more. Maybe they could stretch this. One of them is going to be the backstory.
Hold on real quick, because Throko said this is going to be on YouTube, right? Yeah, this will be on YouTube for sure. Lunar says same thing. Shinobu, the female Hashira from season 1, used to poison the spider demon. Her poison is made using the wisteria flower. That's flowers. Right.
Okay, and that's what he did. He did say that in there. He said, "Oh, it's laced with wisteria."
Wisteria. Bam bam dam. But yeah, dope episode, man. This episode was fire. Man, this is gonna be a tough one, guys, because we're talking about Attack on Titan, Part 2, episode. Was it episode 3? Episode 4? It's episode 3 of Part 2.
Damn, is it 3?
78. Episode 78 is the 3rd episode, Part 2. Guys, okay. I have to get this out of the way. The only nitpick I have about this episode is I hated the fucking photo parallax shit. I hated it. That pissed me off.
The photo parallax, what's that?
So they basically took 2D images and
they just move them around, right?
They did that for like this whole sequence leading up to him blowing his head off. And I was just like, what?
Honestly, I didn't mind it because what it did is it gave AOT more of an artsiness to me. Like, rather than it being such a action series, I feel like it gave you like a more artistic look on just a more artistic vibe on the But I mean, I get what you're saying. It could be cheesy or cheap. It's probably cheap. It was probably cheap for budgeting wise.
For sure is. It's literally 2D images and they're just moving them opposite each other. It was really. I was just like, what? I saw it in my reaction. I was like, this looks cheap. I was like, this does not look good to me personally. But yeah, but we have to talk about the episode because the episode was awesome.
A lot of information.
Lot of information, bro. So yeah, obviously you start out, Eren is basically they're trying to get to each other. Eren's trying to get to Zeke. My man's just breaks Gilliard's back. Like
Gilliard never taking a dub, bro. This whole This
Bruh.
whole time, Gilliard has not taken a he's just getting smacked around, bro. So
I was like, man, I mean, because it was kind of wild. He tried to bite Eden's leg, and I was like, man, get off my leg. And he just
get off me, bro.
Broke this dude's
like,
back, and he started hitting him in the nape. He was hitting him in the nape area. Boom,
yeah,
boom.
he was fucking him up.
I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Obviously Rainer, he's trying to do everything he can. He's trying to hold him down. But the moment that was craziest to me that I honestly forgot about was Colt bringing Falco over and was telling him to stop. I forgot.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was waiting for that. Oh shit!
I was like, oh fuck, I forgot. I was like, oh shit, like I forgot that happened. So
yeah,
that moment of him like look, my brother's here. Just let him get out of just let him get far enough,
bro,
and you can slaughter away. Like do whatever you want to do. Just let him get away. And he was like, look, I understand the whole brother scenario. I get it. Like I understand, but. Oh well,
yeah.
Like this nigga, oh well, then, bro.
Hey, he said, fuck them kids, bro.
He said,
well. Hey, unfortunate, bro. Hey, but, that's not my problem.
And it was kind of, it was kind of wild too because of the fact of when he said, I understand the whole brother dynamic. If you look at that sequence, it was brothers. You had Colt and Falco. You had Eden and fucking Zeke. But then you had, even though Gilliard wasn't Rainer's brother, Rainer basically kills Gilliard's brother
like, for the exactly.
Bro,
so it all tied in with brothers. Yeah,
I was just like, yo, this is a deep moment right here, bro. Like, but yeah, so that was crazy. Obviously, the transformation happened when he yelled.
Bro, that is so deep, bro. That whole sequence is so deep, bro. Like that, I love that whole situation.
Yeah,
Aaron's like, fuck it. Did the little okey doke on Rainer with the freeze.
Yep.
Broke out the forward, rolled out the back, dipped out, started at all of that sequence. But when that shit happened,
yeah, bro,
and the way like even Gabby looked when it like the whole situation, bro, it was just over it was like perfect of the way they animated it. I was like, oh my god.
Facts.
I don't know if people felt that. I don't know if if people understood how impactful that part should be, or how it, because we was kind of like reading it continuously and felt it, and some people, if you would have continuously watched this series and get to this point, it would probably hit super deep.
Which is why that moment should have been the end of the first half.
That's what.
Watching this episode, when she and the head went too,
bro.
The episode should have went boom to be continued. That should have been the end of the first part.
If that would have ended the first part, bro, people would have lost their shit,
bro.
On that,
everybody knows. Okay, Eren, look, is Eren gonna come back to life? Sure, but we don't know how. We don't know what. Like, we just know that Gabby basically took the shot. You know what I'm saying? And she never misses. She never.
Misses. We know Gabby's a shot. Once you see her with the 50 in her hand, they say, "Oh yeah,
Gabby don't miss, bro. Gabby don't miss. She don't." Somebody called her Phase Gabby. I was like, "Fuck it, Phase Gabby." But yeah, they but regardless, we then see the whole them jump into the future, right? Or into the not the future, the what's that space called?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I just call it the Titan realm.
The Titan realm.
Titan realm. I don't know. I forgot what they technically call it.
Right.
I know it's where you can see the not road. The fuck is that called?
Realm. That's a turnip.
Path. Yeah, that's what there it is. That's what I was like. Not a road. What else is a road? The path. There it is. Yeah.
So yeah, like that sequence was a lot of, this is where all the okie dokes begin. This is the beginning of the okie dokes, and
bro,
I am
dokes on okie dokes.
I'm very excited about it, but obviously, he's talking about like, dude, like since you got your top blown off, I've been sitting here, it felt like forever waiting for you to get here. So it's just how time passes in that space is way different.
Crazy.
But yeah, I mean, that whole sequence though was dope of him just like, giving him the breakdown of Ymir and shit. It's kind of like, this is where we are. This is the past. She rebuilt me with the sand here. And then he was like, he was like, look, you gonna do this, right? And he was like, yeah. And then he was like, nah, nigga, what you mean, nigga? I ain't doing that shit.
Facts, bro.
What you talking about, bro? I ain't with that shit. What you mean?
He was like, oh, you not?
He's like, what?
He's like, that was the whole plan. He said, okay.
He was like, yeah.
He said, I knew, I had a feeling.
Yeah. And that, but the flashback though, when that motherfucker threw the baseball and the nigga didn't catch it.
And he missed. That was the inclination. That was it right there. That was the initial like,
all right. So he ain't
can I trust you for real?
Right.
And that's crazy. He said niggas was playing Uno for sure. Nigga hit that reverse card.
Nigga.
He said Eddie came up, said, bitch, Uno reverse.
Yeah.
That motherfucker said, oh, ha.
Reverse.
Bitch. I got one too. I got one too.
This shit's about to get nuts. And I think that's the thing about, obviously the difference in episodes was obviously AOT was it's very story. This episode was very story based. Even though there was a lot of action in the first half of it, right? The second half was very, I'm gonna fill you in on what's been going on. We got an insight on how they kind of met when, obviously he was on Marley. And he was basically saying like, bro, he's like, your dad, he's like, our dad put this shit in your head. I'm gonna fix you. Like, he's so adamant on wanting to fix this nigga. Like, I'm gonna fix you, bro. Like, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna fix you. I was like, nigga.
You don't need to fix. Eddie's like, you don't need to fix shit. I got my own plans, bitch.
Yeah, he said, I can't tell you how much fights I've seen over that reverse. Man's teeth went flying. God damn.
Nah, chill.
I mean, so in this episode, I feel, and maybe it's just because of how the episode is set up. I wanted this episode to feel different than what I got.
Okay.
And I think it's because the peak of the episode happened in the middle of the episode. For me. Okay. So me seeing, like, even if we didn't read AOT, the story would have made, like, the storytelling of AOT would have made more sense having that top off moment in the first part. It just made more thematical sense. Because if you started part 2 in the past realm, and he's just sitting there with the chains on, and then Evan pops up, and he was like, I've been waiting for you. You're like, hold on, what? Like that would catch you. Situation. It would have grabbed you way differently. It's just story, like how it was cut. And again, I don't know Mappa's purpose on that. I don't know what their budget was, anything like that. To me, just thematically, it would have made more story sense if it ended the first part to me.
Right.
That being said, that the moments are so deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, the moments are so deep. Like, even the first part, everything that took place there was just all like even when Gilliard, when he popped out, right? He popped out and was walking to distract Falco from taking the armor Titan. He was like,
Falco was gnawing on that neck.
He's like, I'm still the better brother.
Bro, crazy.
I was like, this nigga,
crazy.
Bro. I was like crazy. For him to have that level of confidence still, like, I'm still the better brother.
Bro.
Crazy. I was like, nigga.
Yeah.
I was like, it was just those moments, bro, they're so deep, right? Like, the Demon Slayer stuff was exciting, was like, oh shit. These are deep moments. Deep. Like, even with Gabby, like, she was so like, what the fuck? Everything she's known is falling apart in front of her face. Yep. So she was like, I got this gun. She's crying as she's pulling the
bro.
There's just
the motherfucker that just confessed his love to her,
bruh,
just got turned into a Titan.
Bruh.
She don't know, and bodied the homie, her brother. Like, she's like, what?
Bruh.
And, so many emotions happening. Deep. At one time. Then you got the crazy bitch standing over everything, watching from afar.
Bruh, just fucking doing yoga. She in the yoga pose.
She just enjoying it. Like, damn, this bitch is crazy.
Yelena is crazy, bro.
She's crazy.
Yeah,
Comic with the Prime sub.
Yee! Let's go. 18 months. Boy, this dude in here. That's legendary shit right there. Appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna keep it a stack, man. I don't know how to call this. I don't know how to call this week. I honestly don't know how to call this week for me. I do not.
Look.
What's going
So
on?
Turnip Coon says Demon Slayer for animation, AOT for story.
Okay.
Ross agreed.
Okay.
Sidious says draw.
Okay.
Straw Hat says tie.
Bruh.
Ooh.
I honestly don't know how to call it this week, bro. Like,
it's tough.
And I agree it for that. Like, again, the action stuff that was happening in Demon Slayer, and it's a lot of like, ooh, like, what does that mean? Blah, blah.
Right. Because it's fresh for us.
It's fresh for us. But even still, even if it wasn't fresh, like there was nothing in that episode that was super like deep, like, oh shit.
Yeah, nobody died. There was no
nobody died. But even the characters that we've seen thus far, there's no tragedy in them yet. Right? Like the tragedy for
like them, not like AOT.
No. Right. But like we've been seeing tragedy for Gabby since she got there. Right? Oh. Like she's just like, what the fuck? Like she's caught in her bullshit, and then she finally comes to realize, like, damn, like I was wrong this whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then she's seeing all her people she loves die. Right? Like, what the fuck is going on? You have Raynor just wants this whole shit to stop. He doesn't even want to fight. He's like, look, y'all gotta stop this shit. Like, we're done. Like, just leave it. Like, leave it alone. Like, and he even at the end he was like, fuck it, man. I'm over this shit. He just like, Falco, just take it, bro. Like, I was just like, he was ready to go. Like,
crazy.
Gillard was like, fuck it, I'm here. I'm still the better brother. And Gabby watched that shit happen. Like, so it was just, there was so much deep rooted shit. Then obviously Zeke feeling like, oh, so you try to okie doke me, bitch? No, I'm okie doking you, bitch. That whole shit that happened in the past realm, like, it's a deeper connection with these characters. And maybe it's and obviously it's because we've seen more seasons of AOT, obviously, but the payoffs right now are heavy. Like, they're just heavy payoffs. Like, holy shit, dude. Like, so, but then Demon Slayer stuff was so fucking good. It's like, holy shit. Like what both episodes are trying to accomplish, I felt accomplished them.
They did it, yeah.
And that's why I'm
achieved.
like, I'm just like, fuck. Yeah. Like, I don't know how to call it. How you feeling?
Yeah, that's a tough one. Like you're saying, that's a tough call, man. They both were fire. Yeah. Like you're saying, Demon Slayer had a more of a like an action-y wow factor, but man, AOT, like you're saying, the connection you have with these characters is so deep.
Yeah.
Everything is just so deep, man. And it just depends on the type of anime person you are. Right. You know, if you want to go with that deeper connection, you know, like, because they, regardless story-wise, they're both pretty legit at this point. Like the pacing and everything was legit.
Right.
But the depth of it, honestly, for me personally, I might have to go AOT on this one. I might have to go AOT on this one because I just think it's because I just know the characters so well,
right?
And it's just, like I said, you just have a deeper connection to it than Demon Slayer for me, and I think that I'm just connected to that tragedy more than anything. You know, the sauce up is cool. Sauce ups are always fire,
right?
You know, and we always hear for some sauce ups and you know, shit in Demon Slayer, but I mean, in at the end of the day, in Demon Slayer, really, it was still just a fight. It was still just a fight scene. Like, we're still in the same scene, same fight, you know, and everybody's still just squaring up and fighting. Right here, we actually hit a point where it was like, it's a fight scene that has
people are getting finished.
It's finally, people are getting finished. And you see that, you literally see it.
Yeah.
And this shit is crazy. Like a motherfucker changed it to a Titan and burnt his crispy bacon to his brother.
Bro.
Like
super crisp.
To me, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
And the brother's literally been this whole time. The brother's been running around, literally just trying to save his brother. What's his name again? What's Falco's brother's name? Colt. Colt literally just been running around looking for his brother this whole time since he got there.
Yep.
That's it. That's his whole goal.
Yep.
Gabby, where's Falco? Where's Falco? Where's Falco? Finally finds Falco and goes, look, we got to get the fuck up out of here. Zeke, please.
Yeah, please. Just, hey, hold up.
Please. Fuck them kids.
Bruh.
And like, to me, that's way deeper.
Bro,
that's super deep. That's crazy. Like, that shit is wild.
Super deep, bro. Ugh. Sorry, I said, I think it's a tie. This episode of AOT, I kind of expected more from the hype, but while still being good, I don't think it was enough. People getting burned to a crisp every day in AOTB. It's not every day we get sleep style turn up in monologues.
Sleep style turn up in monologues. Get out of here.
You talking about Zenitsu?
I know, yeah.
I mean, look, here again, I think for me, thematically, I think is where AOT, if again, man, I feel like it was just it was a misplace in story for it to be third episode in the middle of the episode.
But that's what that was another thing is like, I don't know how many more episodes we got, and there's a lot of shit that still has to happen.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that they don't speed shit up, because I feel like it's kind of moving. Because like it's kind of moving.
I mean, we got a first time chat viewer, Adrian AW10 says AOT got carried away by story. What the hell does that? What the hell even is that sentence? I mean, I agree with that. Like, AOT is it's primarily the story, right? Like, there's action. Right. Like, people that think it's a main heavy action anime. It's not. Like, it's a drama. It's fuck, yeah. Bro. Like, so the majority, if you go back, there's way more action there's probably more action in the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen than there is in the entire series of Attack on Titan.
Absolutely, for sure.
100%.
Absolutely, yes.
You don't. Absolutely. There's not a lot of fighting that goes on in Attack on Titan. I think people just hold on to these crazy moments. AOT is heavy story.
Yes,
yeah, heavy story. So, which is the reason why it's in this. I'm like, fuck. If story is your bag, I'm like, fuck. This would have made way more sense to end the season at the middle of this episode. Because I'm like, people would have been like, what the fuck, Gabby? Holy shit. Like, that's the last thing you see of AOT is Gabby topping. That sounds crazy. Gabby blowing his top off.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I'm saying though? Like, that would have been a crazy imprint at the end of that season. Holy shit, Gabby just shot Eren's head off. You know what I'm saying? So people that haven't read it would have been like, FBI
open up. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Though, like, that would have made everybody question, like, okay, what's gonna happen? Who's gonna come to fuck up Gabby? Is Armin gonna do something? Is Mikasa gonna do something out of Gabby? Like, people would have been left in this moment of like, what's gonna happen? And then the first episode back,
we know that.
So I'm just in my head, I'm like, that's the only thing for me.
But yeah, like, I'm not trying to base my judgment off of that, because I'm trying to base it off of what they gave us and what it is. I know what they could have done. I know that they should have, could have, would have done a lot of shit. They could have did a lot of shit different.
And that's my reasoning. Is what they did to me does not make the most thematical sense. So that's why I was like,
right.
I was like, because to your point, like, for some people are like, man, I really wish it was hyper. If it would have, even if this episode would have ended with him her blowing his head off. If it would have ended that way, it would have had a heavier impact than in the middle of the episode seeing Eren still alive.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, well, he's not dead. What? Hold on, what? Like, it almost adds confusion. So personally, I think that's the only thing that I'm like, honestly, that's the only reason to me why I feel like it's a tie. Because of how it left. I was like, man, like it's dope that we are in the past part and this whole okie doke session's happening. But fuck, it would have been harder to me if that would have happened at the end of the episode and we started off in the past in the next one. Adrian said, but storytelling is literally what makes an anime, in my opinion. I feel like heavy story allows you to have such a deeper connection with the characters and allows you so many ways in character development. For some reason, I feel like the anime watchers are way more happy with the manga readers, way more happy than the manga readers, because us manga readers are literally expecting a perfection of a copy. It's not necessarily that for me personally, because to be honest, AOT has basically been almost a photocopy of the manga. Like everything we've seen in season 4, in that first part of season 4,
it's pretty much
identical. Yeah. It's really close. So I'm just saying, like, I'm with the season. I think the season is going really well. It's just when things end matter. It's like the same situation we talk about animes that are on Netflix and they drop everything at one time. Right. That's cool, but you don't get the oh shit, there's none of that, because you can watch it. It's continuing.
You can keep going.
So there's something about the pauses. It's like in dance, you have a run-on sentence with no punctuation in your shit. It's like, bro, can you switch it up, please? Like, it's just, like fuck. So that's all I'm saying. But Toshi's taking AOT for the weekend. Super Anime Sunday. AOT. I'm calling it a tie. Chat, what are y'all calling it? Are y'all calling it Demon Slayer? Are you calling it AOT? You calling it a tie? Let us know your thoughts.
What you got?
And if you guys are watching this on the YouTubes, let us know in the comment section. What do you guys think? You think it's AOT, Demon Slayer, or tie for Anime Super Sunday? Number 3.
Oh, that's a side note.
What? He said, what? Side note.
Which Studios? He said, which Studios was the one doing Ranking of Kings? Oh.
And I found out they want to do their own webtoon. Ooh.
Ooh. Nice. Okay. Wit is on some shit.
Wit is crazy, bro.
Wit, yeah. Bayo saying Wit greater than Mappa.
I would say at certain things, right? Like certain people are just better at certain things than others, right? So personally, I think in AOT, so far, I think Wit Studios is still a better studio for AOT than Mappa, personally.
For AOT specifically, yes, I agree.
Even though I think Mappa's doing a good job, I just think Wit Studio, there was a grittiness to Wit's animation style that is missing, I think, in season 4. But that, again, that's a personal preference, I think, for myself. Ross says tie. Daynight says Demon Slayer this week. Straw Hat said tie. City is tie for me. Turnup says tie. Next week, though, should be really interesting.
Next week.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. We don't know how this... I have no idea how Demon Slayer is gonna pan out, right? We don't know.
Right.
It could be some crazy shit. But I do know there's a lot of crazy shit coming with AOT. So it's like... But again, I honestly do not remember how things happen. I just remember bullet point moments. Yeah. I don't remember details. Like, bro, we read this like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a really long time. In my memory, does not hold that well with all the content I'm watching and reading. So,
right.
So we got Detective Conan Wins, Atomic. Adrian said, I think AOT over Demon Slayer, personal preferences. That's all G for me. Turnip Coon says Mappa is generally better than Wit. It's just they've never got the time for AOT. Atomic says Wit had more seasons though. I'm trying to see if there's any more of the other stuff. Cole Boner says, I miss Whip Mikasa. Mappa Mikasa has too much jaw.
Not too much jaw.
Hey, your jaw a little bit too pronounced.
She got a little too much jaw for me.
Straw Hat said, do y'all prefer read manga before watching or not? Honestly, it really depends on the series. I'm going to be honest with you. Watching AOT for me is a lot. Me trying to, if I was just watching it, it would be very different. But I have to react to it. So I have to be very dialed in, get my thoughts, but then follow the story. It's very different. If I was just chilling watching AOT, it'd be a different thing for me. I think I'd be okay with not reading it. But honestly, I think just trying to make sure I fully understand details so we talk about it and I know what the hell I'm talking about in the series, or at least appear like I do. I think it's easier for me to read it than watch it, because there's so much information in AOT. But I have no reason, like I have no ambition to read Jujutsu. Like I have no ambition to read it because it doesn't feel like so much story that I have to really digest, and there's so many like okey-dokes happening. There's been okey-dokes happening in AOT since first season. So it's like, hold on, what's going on? Like it's so confusing if you're not really locked in. So yeah, I think for AOT I'm cool, but anything else I'm just kind of like I always kind of just watch it. But I mean Boruto is just, it's better in the manga. I think the manga is better. But what the anime does adapt, I think they're doing an excellent job at adapting from the manga, though.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It just depends on the series, like you're saying.
Because you've done multiple shows that I've
done multiple read and then watched, and I don't know. I guess, you know, you like you said, the mangas always give you get more details in the mangas regardless of what you're reading. Yeah, I guess it just depends on how deep you really want to dive into a story. But my thing is I can't watch a series and then read it after, to be honest. Like I'm not a fan of watching then reading, so I rather read than watch. Because I don't know. I'm just not a fan of going back to be like, okay, let me reread everything I already watched.
I have a question
and see the differences between this and that, or the details that have changed. For you.
Because I mean, you haven't been diagnosed, but I think you have ADHD. I think you have ADHD or some shit.
I think so as well.
Do you think it has something to do with like the progression of 2D to animating? Like, because it seems like it's a level up, right? You have 2D still images, right? With no music, no tone, no acting, nothing. Just you read it. And then you see an anime where it's moving and there's animation with music. And is it like, I don't want to downgrade to like the...
Right. You just want to go back to me. I got to, you know, just scroll on this feed real quick and sit here and read. Even if it's a webtoon, like, because, you know, they have their shit's fire, like, you know, but even so, it's just like, yeah, like you're saying, going back and having to read everything that you've already read for just the minor details, like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Like, yeah, I'm cool. Yeah. I'm cool. I'd rather read and then be like, all right, let me see how this is going to play out.
Right.
Like, let me see how they bring it to life. I'd rather see the art that I've already seen come to life.
Right.
Rather than it, yeah, exactly. Rather than it going back to still and being like, you know, okay, is it? Like, okay. Like the statue of the motherfucker, the famous statue of the motherfucker throwing the disc or whatever.
Right.
Like, if you see the feet, the actual feet in real life of a motherfucker doing some crazy shit, you know, and then all of a sudden he freezes back again. You gonna sit there and just rather just look at a statue? I just seen the motherfucker do something crazy. You just want me to look at this statue now? Because, you know, I'm still looking at it as art. So I'm like, nah, I'm good.
That's actually kind of funny. That's a funny analogy though. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't see myself reading anything else before I watch it, at least in the time being.
Right.
I mean, but that's one of those things too, where it's like we don't know any of these webtoons can become an anime at any time, like
anytime.
So it's just me. If I know there's an anime out, I'll rather just watch it than read it.
Yeah, for
personally. Sure. But yeah, man. Let us know, guys, how y'all felt about this weekend. And it's time.
It's time.
It's time for the beginning after the end.